welcome back. Well, Mr. Yahya, talking about music and jazz music, you did something very interesting. You merged the Oriental music with the jazz music, and you produced something very interesting. Could you tell us more about it? Was it difficult?
Well, actually, after I had introduced the different styles of jazz to the public, starting from the beginning, from the blues and the Dixieland and the swing and the bebop and the cool jazz and avant-garde, all those different styles that took place in the past 100 years, the last maybe 30 years or 40 years, there have been a lot of merge of jazz music with a lot of different types of music. And those different styles have really succeeded very well with public all over the world. So now we have classical jazz, we have Latin jazz, we have African jazz, and I really wanted to, after I did what I did and made this music popular, I wanted to have our own Egyptian stamp on this kind of music. So I merged, jazz with our own Egyptian music and creating what I call Egyptian jazz, and some people call Oriental jazz, and it's very, very successful. So as I was saying, after really introducing all different styles of jazz, I thought that it's about time to put our own stamp as an Egyptian, or as an Egyptians, in this music, the music of today, the world music. Jazz becomes the world music today, okay? Jazz is present everybody that lives today's life. Today's life with all kind of problems, with all kind of happiness, with all kind of sadness, it presents all that. The contemporary person see himself in this kind of music. And I figure since there is there is Latin jazz, and there is classical jazz, and there is African jazz, I thought it's a good time to put our own stamp, the Egyptian jazz, and created that music and that style. I consider it like a new trend of Egyptian music, which is the contemporary and it's mixed with jazz.
What did you think about collaborating with some singer, some particular singer, who's actually can actually be a bit moving on with the kind of music that you want to produce?
Yes.
Did you think about someone in particular?
In this country?
Yes, in Egypt.
To do this kind of music, I did that before with a person called Fadil Shokri, which is this guy who lives in the States. He was #1. He got the Downbeat award for being #1 singer in high school. That was like some years ago. We brought him here like in the 90s, and we did a great tour here, and we did a lot of work. But I did other things with other singers that to promote and to give a lift to Egyptian music, but it was not on the level of what we're talking about today. It's still what I did then. It's still, it was the seed of all what's going on today. Everybody's trying to do what I did then. But my experience with the local singer was not really so great personally with them personally. That's why I don't, I stay away from them, But we travel doing our own Egyptian jazz music, and we do great concerts all over the place. We go to South Africa. We played in Cape Town Jazz Festival. We played in Bansko Jazz Festival in Bulgaria. We played in Nice Jazz Festival in Serbia, and we travel all over the world, And now I'm just getting ready to travel maybe next week for an event that's going to take place in Los Angeles. It was organized by the church, the Cathedral of LA, and they invited so many great musicians all around the world, and they're all Muslim people. So I think this has a message to do, and when I got this invitation, I told them that I will be there. So that's
promoting peace and tolerance between religions.
Exactly. We live in this country. We always did. We were always together. We were always, one unit. We were always happy. It's very, very sad to see that we're going backwards, not going ahead. And but we cannot do anything but hope. We hope that we all wise up and put our hand together and understand that our unity is what's gonna face all the ignorant people and all the people that want to take us backward, because Egypt is a lovely place and we all love it and we want to see it in the best possible way.
Well, this is something very important, because when it comes to artists and musicians, we have to say that music can be a common language among all nationalities, all religions. So, talking about the upcoming period, just as you mentioned now, what else can the role that can be played by artists and musicians in order to just convey the right image, talking about not only Muslims, but about Egypt in general?
Well, you just have to have the people that have the talent to do that. They do that all over the world all the time. There's always people who do, things and activities for promoting love and peace and unity and all that. It's still,
But not to be released inside the country, I mean to be released abroad,
Yes,
all around the world.
Of course. When to do something that's successful, it has to have, a lot of units are together. There's a lot of help from so many different people and direction, and people have to work together. We don't work together here in this country well. Everybody works alone. And big project needs lots of people.
We are not used to teamwork.
No, we don't work as a teamwork. We don't know how to do that. We are very weak when it comes to this. That's why it's always a small project, and it's a pity, but this is the truth, and this is what's happening in this country. But anyway, I hope that everybody that watched the part of our concert, I hope that everybody enjoyed it, and I hope that we see all the public that will enjoy this concert to come and see us in the Opera House. We do great events over there, and we travel around the world, and we're trying to promote a new Egyptian music and promote love, peace, and happiness. Thank you very much.
Well, the king of jazz, or the Egyptian jazz actually, Mr. Yahia Khalil, thank you very much for being with us on Nile Cruise tonight.
Thank you.
Well, with this, we come to the end of our Nile Cruise for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Nashwa. I really had so much fun tonight, and wait for us next week on Nile Cruise.